what a present I got for Christmas this year. I opened this up, and that's what I saw under the tree. I wanted this knife for about a year. It's cold steel Espada, large model. And I've wanted it for quite a while. Have never seen one in person, but seen video from Cold Steel and also from Nut and Fancy on it, and also great review, much better than this one will be. But there's just a couple of points I wanted to touch on it. This knife, I knew it was going to be a good knife. I knew it was probably going to be worth the money, which is quite a bit for a knife, but when I saw this in person, it exceeded all of my expectations. It is just amazing. First off, let me just start off. A lot of guys are probably like, well, what the heck, the Espada doesn't have a lanyard on it, or even a place to attach one. And we'll start off there, because that is probably the only miss on this blade. Everything else about it, I think it's perfect basically in every way, except for the fact that you can't attach a lanyard to it. That bothered me so much so that I was looking for a place to drill a hole and put a lanyard in there. Nut and Fancy did it a cool way. He drilled some holes right here, attached the lanyard that way. I was thinking about doing that, but I didn't want the lanyard to fall forward when it was in my pocket. So I was kind of thinking of a different way to do it, and I was looking inside the frame here. If you get the Espada, you can look in there. Inside the frame here, there's some holes that are drilled halfway through the frame, but not all the way through the other side. I basically just chucked this up in the machine and finished milling those holes all the way through the frame right there. The holes, I couldn't see that there was a purpose to them at all. So I just milled them the rest of the way through, chamfered the holes real good. It looks really nice, looks professional. You'd never be able to tell that that wasn't done in the factory. And then I tied on 550 lanyard on there. So with that being said, let's talk about the knife a little bit. It's got a large model, has a 5.5 inch blade, and it is just huge blade, impressive sweep. Just to throw some perspective on really how big this blade is, we're going to throw in some other knives here. This is just kind of an EDC style blade. It's got a 3-inch blade on it. It's a lightweight. It's actually a nice knife to carry. Lightweight, all aluminum frame, stainless steel blade. But you throw that next to that Espada, and you can quickly see how tiny this blade is compared to the Espada. How about something a little more in the same lines as the Espada? Cold Steel Spartan, another blade I really like. I've had this for a long time, carry it almost every day. Put it next to the Espada. Not quite as big as I thought it was once. I used to think this blade was huge, and now I look at it and I'm like, that's kind of small. But still love it, and I'll do a review on this knife separately. But you can just see how massive that Espada really is. How about a blade that's more similar in size? I don't think you're going to get it out of a folding knife, unless it's the Espada XL. But so to try to get it out of a fixed blade knife, we go to the buck knife. It's a buck Bowie, pretty standard. People have seen these around. It's a great knife actually. It does pretty well. Stainless steel blade. You look. But the blades are almost the same as far as length goes, but the blade on this one On the Espada, the sweep is just amazing on that blade, where this buck doesn't have much of that at all. The hollow ground on this blade is really tall all the way along the blade, comes to a really sharp point with that back cut point on there, and the buck really doesn't have any of that going on. And then you get down to the handles, and the handle on the Espada, talk about that now, it's just amazing. You can grip it conventionally right here, maybe for even more detailed cutting. Reverse grip on this blade is amazing. Your hand's not going to slide forward. You've got good, you lock in between these finger grooves, just amazing. Lock right in there, and then you can step back. If you want a little more reach, you can lock back even further, or lock back even further than that. Put 2 fingers behind that, it extends your reach probably 2.5, maybe 3 inches, and then you've still got the pummel out the bottom, solid aluminum pummel for maybe a non-lethal impact. Now here you've got that pummel as well. It's just bigger. So the handle's just amazing. It's made out of 70-75 aluminum, which is what AR-15 frames are made out of. And then the handle scales are Grivery. Oh no, I apologize. They're not Grivery. These are polished G10. I was looking at the Spartan when I said that. The Spartan's handle is Grivery. But these are polished G10 handle scales, and the fit and finish on this, where all this comes together, it's just perfect. Everything about this blade is amazing. Let's see here. Let me look through my notes, see if there's anything I wanted to add to this. Oh, the blade is made out of AUS stainless steel. The blade's made in Taiwan, which Cold Steel, all their blades I believe are made in Taiwan, but their quality levels and their craftsmanship are to the highest standards, and buying an overseas blade doesn't bother me at all if that's the case. A lot of times you can get overseas blades that aren't that way, but the quality control Cold Steel has on these blades is amazing. So you don't have to worry about buying it from overseas. Let's see here, blade steel. People are kind of wondering what this blade's used for, or why you would have one. This blade is a offensive or defensive fighting blade. That's what it's designed to be, and that's basically all you could. You couldn't use this as an easy EDC blade. It's just too big. Couldn't do things with it. How it's designed to be open, it's a wave opening blade, just like the Spartan is. You pull it out, you catch it on your pocket, which you saw in the first of the video how I opened it. You can open it with your thumb. That plate that catches on your pants also uses a thumb. You can open it that way, and it opens up quick, especially for a blade its size. It's amazing. Or if that's too far to reach for you, if you get a good grab on this, you can actually just use the weight of the blade itself will just open it with no thumb. It'll just open itself just with the weight of the blade. You just flick your wrist. And the lockup is very, very good. Locks up real hard, locks up loud, due to the triad lock system, which is in the Espada and also the Spartan. Super strong locking mechanism. I think in their video they hold 300 pounds on this blade for like 72 hours or something like that, and then they hold 600 pounds on it just to let it sit there, and the blade still locks up tight. They do all sorts of torture tests to it, but I'm not going to do to this. So I just kind of want to put that out there. This blade is probably my favorite folding knife, and for most of my EDC carry will be my primary blade on me now. It's just amazing. So highly recommend it. If you've got the 180 to 200 or so, depending on where you look, it's worth it. It really is. Just an amazing blade. Haven't shown it to anyone that wasn't like, holy cow. And it exceeded all my expectations. So that's that. Cold Steel Espada, large. Thanks for watching.